back in September. The Steelers won a thriller in their last matchup against the Bengals. Can Cincinnati get revenge? Find out next on EA Sports.
Named for the legendary coach and co-founder of the Bengals, here's a good look at Paul Brown Stadium on the riverfront in Cincinnati. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Pittsburgh Steelers. To my left, Charles Davis. And Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. They come in riding high, just one loss in their last 7 games.
It's a very focused team, very disciplined. They've kept the penalties to a minimum, and they're winning football games.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, and I don't think from what we saw down on the field before the game, there's any doubt they're ready to roll.
They pass the eye test, don't they? This team looks fired up and ready to play.
Is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taken in at the 3. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And I'll bet right now it's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
no,
right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
And his first look is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again, Nash. That's swung out wide to Harris. He stiff-arms him. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Nash. And his throw is going to be incomplete. 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. Throw left side complete. That's Harris. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan today, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Nash. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And these two teams met in Pittsburgh earlier in the year with the Steelers prevailing in that one. So a win here in Cincinnati would give them the season sweep 2-zip.
They'll look to throw again. That's caught by the 6'8" tight end, Zach Gentry. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 15-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Nash. It's brought in by Harris.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Nash. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25.
Joseph Osai in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
And when you come into the league as the #1 guy selected, a lot of hype comes with it. Sometimes that weight can be unbearable. But this young man, he took that weight on and handled it as well as you can imagine. And I love his ability to make a second, third reaction play and create downfield.
The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. Pretty much unreal, not just in terms of yardage, Charles, but also throw in the 3 touchdowns as well.
When you put the whole package together, I can make you a pretty good guarantee right now. He's going to see a few more people in the box every time he lines up.
Yeah, I don't think that the defense has any choice. They've got to stop him. Can't let a repeat performance like that.
Agreed.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up.
And Mixon not going to get there. Running into a wall here, and they'll stop him short.
Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. But so much for picking it up on the ground on 3rd down. 3rd play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stump them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here that if you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Nash. Oh, now a strip. He loses the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
Fortunately for him, that ball stayed close so that he could recover it on his own.
And you know the prayers that were going through his head as the ball escaped from him? How happy was he at the end of it when he found the football again, able to retain possession?
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down.
Looking to throw. Nash. To the right and complete to Galladay. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Now this defense for the Bengals, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
To throw on 3rd down. Nash. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. Back to throw. Nash. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
On second down, this is Harris, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Looking to throw. Nash. Open man here is Gentry.
7 yards the pickup there. Working with a 2nd and 3.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Nash. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt.
Back deep, D.D. Westbrook. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards, the final tally.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on 3rd down. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got him bumped down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Mixon with a 1st down carry. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Burrow will throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Burrow looking to pass.
That one taken in by T. Higgins.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Burrow hooking up with Higgins for a Bengal first down.
He completes it to Boyd. A gain of 6 there on first.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. 4 yards remain for second down.
Now it's Mixon running right. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Well, when you get an elite running back like he is, sometimes you've got to employ the by any means necessary method to get him down.
Yeah, sometimes you're relieved even if a flag comes out. But if you just get the hand up and you get it on the mask, you can kind of get away with that. But as soon as you curl it around a finger or the hand, that's pretty easy for everyone to see, and they'll call that one every time.
And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4, second down. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. So they need 6 yards here on third down. They're 2 for 2 on third down tries so far on this drive. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he fends him off.
Now Burrow loses the football.
And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. A bad third down mistake there.
Points were already on the board in their mind. And that's the worst part about it, right? Because it's just like in golf. Never count it in the cup until it rolls in there. Otherwise, you can really get messed up with your scores. In this case, you know they thought, hey, at least 3, maybe even a chance to get 6. It's a little bit demoralizing going off the field now that you've turned it over and you come up empty.
Yeah, if he holds on to that, at least the field goal on fourth down, now they lose it. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He finds his tight end Gentry. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And a short gain down to about the 33. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Nash. He finds his man. Complete. It's Harris. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Nash. Completing it to the right side. Johnson.
And he will have a Steelers first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. throwing on first down. Nash.
That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down. And Boswell's kick is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0.
So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we can put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
He hits his target, the tight end Adams. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. A handoff to Mixon. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Now, Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Pittsburgh offense making their way back out.
Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe something to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Nash. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And what a great call defensively there, because they decided to bring pressure off the corner. And a lot of times, those big linemen, they can't account for the speed of a defensive back. And that time, he made a beeline right for the quarterback and got it. The cat blitz, tough to defend.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Harris. And he's out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
Cincinnati set to take over once again.
They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with a quarterback on the ground so much.
Now, he'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Kenny Golladay is intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. Back to throw. Nash.
Again, it's Johnson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On 1st and 10, Nash. He finds his man, complete. That's Harris. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Nash throwing deep for Golladay.
A high throw there as this is knocked away down to the ground and incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Going deep to the end zone for Juju. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
First down. Here's Burrow. And that's complete to Adams. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Burrow's throw caught by Higgins.
The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw taken in by Adams.
Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And Burrow going to throw again.
Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete.
And he's got this down to the 35.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo. And it's the Jets who are out in front in that one. Former number 2 pick Zach Wilson with a couple of touchdown passes. From there, we'll make the trip down to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they trail in that ball game to the visiting Tennessee Titans. A.J. Brown, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting New England Patriots. Aaron Rodgers with 2 touchdown passes. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats for the Steelers in that first half. And their passing game has been the reason why they lead thus far. They've had great success moving the ball through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they too found some success throwing the football. But I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
Now D.D. Westbrook to return. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Bengal offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. On 2nd and 12, Burrow. Cameron Hayward in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
If there's any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Nash. Throw left side complete. That's Harris. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And out now, here come the Bengals. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that, Tope.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Cameron Hayward racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
That's the 2nd sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak on top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. Harris starts the drive on the ground, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Off play action. Nash. Hit as he throws. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Bengals grab it. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Burrow. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. It's Mixon on the counter. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call. The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Again, it's Mixon. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Throwing on second and long. Burrow. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Melvin Ingram, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. It's caught here by Adams. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
McPherson's kick is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, then maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy who can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
On first down, Nash. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
I like the thought process. I like the design, but I think he may have waited a little too long to spot his man, because if you're going to run that drag route, you've got to put it on him and let him turn upfield. Instead, he waits until the receiver's too close to the sideline, and they don't get the yards after the catch.
To throw on second down, Nash. Short pass caught by the tight end Gentry. A 5-yard pass on first down and another 5-yard connection there. They'll run on first down. It's Harris, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Nash. It's brought in by Harris. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 40. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
Throwing on first down. Nash. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Nash. He gets it complete to Harris. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32.
Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on 3rd down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on 3rd down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
Going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. He needed 2. He only got 1. And the Bengals will get the football back.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
at the 31-yard line. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First, on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop them. I like the confidence he showed.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch him drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Big 13! Big 13!
And they go play action now. Burrow. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's out quickly to Chase.
Takes this to the 45. Not much space after that broken tackle. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Nash going top shelf for Smith-Schuster.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with it defensively. And it'll bring up second down.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He'll get this one to Galladay. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Back to throw. Nash. Escaping the pressure right. On to shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. Back to throw again. Open man here is Gentry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On the give, this is Harris.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, Nash.
That's swung out wide to Harris.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
From the gun on 3rd down. Nash. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Dayo Odengbo in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season.
He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10
at their own 28-yard line. Burrow on play action. Able to shake him off. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Now these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the visitors getting the win there. So they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10. Once again from the 28. Play action. It's Burrow.
He'll air this one out for Boyd.
And got his man complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 39 yards there, a big one.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of. And in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of. Trying to engineer a 4th quarter comeback. And he hits a big one right there.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On 1st down, Mixon. Even with him busting through the contact, he'll still be stopped just inside the 35. T.J. Watt in on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Burrow.
This goes out wide for Mixon.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. Mixon 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
Burrow looking to pass. He gets this one to Boyd. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Personal foul.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Give him 4 on the carry there. It's second and goal. Now it's Burrow. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up third down. Burrow will throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, you know me pretty well now. You know what I want to do after that completed pass. 4th down, down by 3. What do I want to do here?
You want to go for it. You might be tempted. I think they need to kick it.
Yeah, someone might have to overrule me. Get the kicker out there, tie this game up.
McPherson for the Bengals field goal. A 22-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the fourth.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Pass complete, Galladay. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. He's got Johnson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. First down now, but that clock rolling. To the right and complete to Galladay. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 3 yards the gain there, second down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He finds his tight end, Gentry. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On first down, it's Harris. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now here's another carry for Harris. Breaks through the contact, and they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. They'll run on 1st down. It's Harris, and down inside the 15 he goes.
79 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries.
And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff, they were